Inspiration is everywhere in the horticulture industry, and nothing says inspiration more than our gardening shows up and down the country throughout the year. So in today's episode of the Sip Sow podcast, I'm here at BBC Gardeners World Live at the NEC in Birmingham, and I'm going to catch up with some of the most amazing garden designers, and we definitely are calling them that because they have created some of the most incredible borders and gardens here at the show. So listen on for lots of inspiration, both from them in their designs and inspiring all of the thousands of people that come through the doors over the next few days. So, Ben, welcome to... Oh, I'm destroying your garden already. Welcome to the Sip Sow podcast.
Oh, amazing.
We wanted to have you here for ages, and we're here at BBC Gardeners World Live on your garden. So, firstly, how does it feel now you've done it? And how's it all been?
It's been crazy, and it feels like I should be someone else. It doesn't sink in that you've done it yourself, and it's been amazing. Like the people's reactions, the judges have been amazing, with some great comments as well, and things I'd do differently if I ever did it again. Not saying I will, but just to put all this effort in for so long, and then to come together like this with the people I did from Instagram and my family to build it, it's just been amazing. What an experience.
And so where did the journey start for you in terms of designing the garden? Why did you want to do it, first of all?
I came last year and I came to give Adam his support for last year when I saw his garden online. So I came down and I've come away and I've gone to my wife on the way home. I've gone, I've got a really crazy idea. And she's like, what? I said, I want to do my own. I said, she knew I was going to say that. And I said, but I want to do it with chickens. So I got hold of the organisers, spoke to them, and to be honest, they were like, I don't know if you're going to have chickens. So when we had the chickens and they said they could do it, I then started the design process, and I wanted to add everything.
And why was it so important to you to have the chickens in it?
Because I am Mr. Chicken, aren't I?
You are.
Everyone expects me to have chickens, so I just had to have them. And I thought, it's something different. People don't see chickens in a garden very often.
No, and I've never seen them in a show garden ever before.
I don't know if it's ever been done, but people say to me, I haven't got enough room for chickens. Well, I've managed to put chickens in a 6 metre by 4 metre space with everything else that you'd have in a garden. So yeah. I'm really pleased. It looks amazing, and I think everyone's really enjoying it.
Yeah, so you had the judging last night. How did it go, and what did you get?
I got a silver.
Yeah.
And I'm really chuffed.
Of course
my
you did.
first ever garden, I get a silver. I'm just buzzing, absolutely buzzing for it. And to be honest, I was like, me? Really? Silver? So, it's amazing.
And how was the process of the build? Because it's quite a long... How long did you have for this?
So I started last Thursday, but I came in on Thursday just to take in a few deliveries, get my feel for the place. Never doing one before. Friday I came in. I was waiting for soil because they hadn't filled it yet, so I had no soil. So I built some of the structures, had an early day, and then Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday was just frantically building. Yeah. But 4 days to really build this was awesome.
So, and you had a team, of course, on it with you. And how was that? How did it all go?
It was good because I wanted my friends from Instagram and connections that I've made and people I know have got special skill sets, and obviously my family as well. So having them all together, it was an emotional roller coaster because you're building a garden with friends and family, which is just what a garden should be.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. It's all about the community, right? So tell people who don't know, who are listening or watching online, that don't know you. Tell us a bit about your journey, and when did you even go on Instagram and start your journey?
So the stupid thing with Instagram is I was a stay-at-home dad through lockdown, and I started a daddy daycare Instagram, and I met Steph Hayden from Homegrown with the Haydens, and she said, why are you not doing a gardening one? And I was like, well, I didn't realise it was really a thing. So I started doing one, and clearly now the whole time through I've increased following, and people are interested in chickens, and now I'm sat here on Gardeners World Live next to the person that got me into the Instagram community in the first place, which to me is just amazing. And I love Steph to bits.
I bet you never thought that was going to happen when you started your Instagram.
No, never would I ever imagined it. So, but it's been an amazing journey, going from a few followers talking about my chickens and my plants to now people wanting to help me out and throw things at me to improve my gardening, which has just been amazing. And my sponsors for the show garden have been awesome.
And who are your sponsors for the show
I've
garden?
got so many. So I've got Nastera, I've got Crocus, Rocket Grow, Blaze Plant Nursery, which is my local plant nursery, have been absolutely fantastic. Row Lawn have given me the wood chip. Bradstone, Stone Warehouse. I'm looking around. Copa Grey, Leo and Blake. There's just so many.
So much amazing stuff.
Oh, Peckish, Kent and Stowe. It's a little feed company, even. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
There's little bits of me and my personal life and my Instagram all across the garden.
And so what's your Instagram all about? For people who don't follow you, and obviously now will want to follow you, what's it all about?
It's about just being able to enjoy your garden and do what you want. No rules. If you want chickens in your garden, have chickens in your garden. If you want to just make a fool of yourself in your garden and do stupid dancing like I do,
There's a lot of dancing.
do it. There's some stupid dancing on there, but just be yourself and enjoy that garden and make that garden part of you.
Yeah, 100%. And that's what really comes through, I think, in this garden that you've created here, because it is a real garden. You've got the chickens. I love that you've given them a run as well down here, and they do come out.
Yeah,
Although they're
they will
just having a little rest at the moment.
Yeah, they're knackered.
They're the friendliest chickens ever as
They
well.
are
They
cool.
love a bit of fuss.
But yeah, the chicken tunnel was just an idea, so they call that a chunnel. So,
Oh, nice.
And it's all made by Reclaimed Gabion Cage, so anyone can pick that up off Facebook Marketplace and make their own. It doesn't have to be oval and curved like mine. It can be square, and then you can plant on top of it, all sorts.
Yeah.
But it's absolutely amazing, and to be honest, I love it. I'm so pleased.
It's made me really want chickens, because you show what a small space it can be in, like you say, and you've got space even like on my allotment. I could have chickens.
Exactly.
I could have them going a little bit, and like you say, if I did it cleverly with a square tunnel,
Absolutely.
I could plant on top and
put all your hanging
yeah.
plants and trailing plants, like everything like that. As long as it's chicken safe to eat, you absolutely find a plant on top of it.
Yeah, I see. Now you're going to get me going. You're going to get everyone going now, I think, here, because you're just showing everyone what's possible.
I think I've probably already inspired about 100 people to walk
There's
away and
gonna
get
be a
chickens,
chicken
and that's one
shortage
day
next
already.
So, do you think you've got the bug to do it again?
Yep.
Yeah, that was quick.
I've already designed another one, and I walked away yesterday, and my wife's like, "Do you reckon we should do one together?" I was like, "If you want to." I thought this was going to cause a divorce, but if you're now looking at
now
it,
she's into it.
and I
Love
think
it.
yeah, and what I like about it is it's brought so many of my friends together in one place that sometimes they haven't met each other, they've seen each other online, but they've never actually come together, and we've had such good fun. It's been emotional as well. There's been tears and all sorts, and
Yeah.
me throwing my toys out the pram, but I mean, look what we've created. They took my drawing and they made it a reality, and that's what it's blown my mind.
That's what it's all about, and it looks absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
What got you into gardening in the first place? So, when did you start gardening?
When I was younger, my grandparents both had, one lot had a farm and one lot had a shop, and out the back of his shop he had a little allotment outside his greenhouse, so he taught me there. We had the farm background, and I've just gone from there onwards, and then I went into catering, so I didn't really do an awful lot apart from one pub I worked in. We had to grow all our own herbs for garnishes, so I took that over quite well.
Oh, nice.
And then really, I suppose moving in with my wife, and we sort of, she loved gardening, I love gardening, and we sort of made it our own. Then we got an allotment as well, and I've sort of taken the country and just chucked it in the middle of Bristol City.
Yeah.
But I've just fallen in love with it all over again.
That's the main thing. And now you share it with everyone else through your Instagram and now through a garden like this. So you're spreading that love and that joy with everyone else.
Definitely. And just bringing people into my garden through a 2-inch screen, which is just incredible. You just can't understand how people can see what you're doing online and love it as much as you do.
I know, and I think because you bring so much energy with the dancing and everything else, and just being yourself and not being, afraid to just be yourself and talk about what's growing and what's not growing and, everything else.
I always said I'd be honest. I never want to say that, oh, I've done this, I've done that, if I haven't. Like, people ask me even here, how did you grow that? And I'm honest, I didn't. I'm sponsored by a plant nursery. They've grown it for me. I've asked for certain things and they've suggested certain things. So it's been a nice little relationship, and people who know me know I am what I am, whether I'm on Instagram or if you meet me in real life, and I'll just be honest about the whole thing.
And you have grown, so you grow stuff yourself though at home, don't you? Have you grown a lot from seed this year?
I have. I've grown quite a lot this year, but some of it just wasn't show worthy, so it'll be in the allotment. It'll be all the wonky
well, it's for
stuff.
you to enjoy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but there's so much because we've got 2 allotments between us, plus a garden, and I offer loads to everyone else around me as well, because I obviously go so crazy with the seed sowing as everyone else does. So it's nice you're just giving away what you're not using, so it's not wasted either.
Yeah, I bet, exactly. And so do you
Things
think you
coming
will
up.
go into horticulture?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's where my passion is now. It's not chefing in the past and anything else I've ever done.
Yeah.
Horticulture, definitely. One way or another, it will be in there. Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's next then. Another show garden, hopefully, at some point.
Yeah.
You've started making plans by the sounds of things already.
Yeah, we had a nice talk about it last
Yeah.
night. I've also come up with a crazy idea for one as well, but I've got to figure out if that can work before I even suggest that
More
one.
crazy than having chickens for the first time ever in a show
It's
garden.
so backwards, it's wrong.
Oh,
but
wow.
it will work.
I'm excited. That
If I
sounds
can-
great.
If I
Okay.
can get it to work, it will be incredible.
Brilliant. And are you going to any of the shows later in the year?
I haven't planned to yet, but
Oh, you've got to get out to a few more shows.
I
Do you
will.
do many shows generally? Get out to
The
many?
first one I ever did was this one last year. So I come to
Okay.
Gardeners World Live last year. I've done Malvern and I went to the Garden Press event. Other than that, I haven't done any really.
So yeah, we've got to get you out to more then. You'll have to come. I'm doing Shrewsbury Flower Show, and this podcast is the headline sponsor is Shrewsbury Flower Show. It's August the 9th and 10th. But you have to come down. I'm doing the podcast live to probably an even bigger audience than this. So you have to come down and join me, and we can have another chat or something on the
Absolutely.
stage. But the show is great, so you'll absolutely love it.
Oh, awesome. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
maybe that's the next place for another
Yeah.
garden. You see?
Oh, I don't know if I got time to do it in August. This one took me a year
Come
to
on,
design.
crack on. Maybe next year.
Yeah, pull your finger out, Ben.
Yeah, exactly. So this looks amazing. You're going to have the rest of the weekend now. It's telling everyone all about it, I guess.
Yeah.
What are your top tips actually for looking after chickens? Like, 'cause you obviously have them at home.
Yeah.
And I think people who don't have them probably think it's a little bit scary.
Yeah, just they don't take a lot looking after. So all you need to do is feed them, look after them, and give them the space they need. Like obviously here they're in the channels and the run, but at home they'd be out running around. And just don't plant anything you want to keep safe near them.
Yeah.
Put it out of their way because I've planted edibles all around the runs and the tunnels here, so that they can peck.
I
it
love
to their
that. They
heart's
just
content.
peck through. They have a
Yeah.
good nibble. They've obviously got favourites because some are stripped bare and others
Yeah,
are
some
still
of the
thriving.
parsley's gone, the lettuce
Yeah.
have taken a hit, and a lot of the strawberries have gone.
Oh yeah, I bet they love those.
And luckily, I've got spares for each day just to keep replacing.
Oh, nice. That's a good plan.
But yeah, it's looking good.
So you've got the rest of the week then. Nice big crowd. Tell them all what you're up to, and how it all comes together.
I'll be here for the week.
Do you enjoy speaking to everyone now? Now it's done and showing everyone what you've done.
Yeah, it's nice now because you can sit back and enjoy it. I've had my head down for 4 days solid looking at what I'm putting in the ground. I never really took a step back. I had other people taking steps back saying, yeah, it needs to go left a bit, right a bit.
Yeah.
So of course, all of a sudden then, you're not really looking at it. I took one step back the other day and I was like, I'm not happy with that. And then ended up having to put a whole rope out the front because I realised people could literally get over the top of the chickens. So we extended the garden on Tuesday, the day before we sort of really needed to have it ready. So that was a good one. But
yeah,
there's
I
always
bet.
little problems, but you overcome them.
Exactly. That's what it's all about, and that's what creating a show gun like this is definitely all about. But you did it with your friends and your family around you, and you've done it. And won a medal.
Oh,
so
no.
well
It's
done.
amazing.
Massive congratulations.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of the week as well. Seats are quite deep actually,
They're
aren't they?
really deep.
They're
Super comfy.
really
I love the
comfy.
pillows.
I love the little pillow. I
Yeah.
know I could just stay here. Well, let's stay here and have a
Okay.
chat about your award-winning garden, which
Thank
was upgraded, so you can't get better than that.
Well, for
Tell me all about it.
For the design and for the build,
Yeah.
and for all the planning, it was a beautiful border. And then we got well into it, and we were really excited about it, and we were like, well, this is actually sort of really taking shape and looking fabulous. And then we were approached and told actually this could be this looks like a showcase garden.
Wow.
And would I like to become a showcase garden instead? And I thought, should I just stay in a comfort zone because I've been thinking beautiful border for the last 4 months, or shall I take this opportunity and go for it?
Always push those boundaries, go for the next level.
Absolutely, because I thought, you know what, why not? We're here, we've done this, we've put this much work in. They think that it can be a showcase garden. Let's go for it. Let's see what we get.
Yeah.
What have we got? We've honestly got nothing to lose.
And are you glad that you did?
Do you know what? I'm so glad that we did, because to get I'm mind blown that with 24 hours notice we achieved a silver merit. That is just credit to my team and to all their hard work and everything that they did, that we pulled that out of the bag. That's phenomenal. I'm so happy.
Absolutely. But what was it like, though? Be honest. How stressful was the journey to get here?
Actually, John the bee gardener was my biggest stress.
He's heckling from behind the camera.
It actually wasn't.
How long did you have to build this?
We came on Saturday, so we did Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then we had Wednesday morning just to primp and preen. So we had 4 full days.
Wow. Okay. 4 days to create this.
We did, and we had on day 2 we had a blowout tyre on the M6 as well. So we had a puncture and a tyre change and lots of drama. So it didn't run smoothly.
No, it never does, though, does it?
No.
But was it okay, Gemma? You had a great team on, didn't you?
I had a fantastic team. I had a team with, their skill set was amazing. So we had, a landscape gardener, professional landscape gardener join the team. We had, people with fantastic
you
plants
picked
knowledge.
Very cleverly, actually, your expertise in different sections. You had it all bases covered.
I really did. Yeah, I had experts in every field.
That's the way to do it. I like that. For anyone watching, Ben's thinking about doing another one, actually. Have you?
Is he?
Well, you've done one before, obviously.
I have.
But are you still itching to keep going, do another one?
Absolutely.
Away,
I can't wait to do the next one. I think it's highly addictive. I think the buzz that I have got from getting that silver merit has just...
Yeah.
It's just driving me to want to do it again. Yeah, definitely.
So, for anyone who doesn't know you, before all of this, where did it all start for you? Well, what got you into gardening, actually?
I've always been into gardening ever since.
From a young age?
Yeah, from a young age. So my mum is a gardener, and I would always be out there helping her. As soon as I could hold a trowel, I was out there helping her. And I just loved it. She'd get me planting seeds. She just, it all captured my imagination, that miracle of planting seeds. It was something as simple as sunflowers, watching them grow and just seeing that miracle, and just she'd teach me all the names of the plants, and I just love it. I just have an affinity with it, really. It's in my blood.
Yeah, exactly. And you mentioned seeds there.
Yes.
And one of the experts that you had help you was Nick from Cauliflowers.
Indeed.
Who is a sponsor of the podcast.
That's correct.
So tell me why did you choose Nick, first of all?
I chose Nick because she just seems so knowledgeable. She has such good quality products. Nick had approached me, so I'm a dahlia grower, and she'd approached me with some dahlia seeds and said, I've got these new seeds, would you like to try them? And I, received them, and I was impressed with what she'd sent me. I thought they were really superb quality, beautifully packaged. They just looked lovely. Grew them with a fantastic success rate, germination rate, and I just thought it just put her on my radar, really.
Yeah.
And then I was following her on Instagram and seeing what she was doing, and I just thought that actually I'd really like to get to know this woman a bit better, and I met with her a few times, and I thought, yeah, I absolutely need her on my team.
She's such a fab lady.
Such a fab lady.
So tell me about the plants and the materials that you've used here, because everything is sustainable, right?
Yeah, so we've tried as hard as possible to think sustainably. It was really, really important to us. And I've already mentioned that we repurposed branches for the succulent ladder for the backdrop. We've also put in these branches here and trunks that we've turned into bug hotels, and it's been amazing. So they were installed on Sunday, and they already have residents.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
I
yesterday
love that. They
we
were
were
straight
watching.
in there.
Yeah, we were watching bees and insects going in and out. So that was amazing, because it's all very well, when you create these show gardens and you say, oh yeah, we've done this for biodiversity, but to actually see it being used in such a short space of time, we're like, wow,
that shows
really
how powerful
works.
they can be to put in your gardens at home, right? Because if in just a few days here in their temporary home, creatures are loving them.
Exactly.
Then imagine what it can be like at home over time as it matures.
Definitely. And then the other thing that was really important was when we were making the patio as well, we didn't use any concrete or cement because we wanted to be sustainable. So instead we've used these lime slim sets, which were sponsored by Arbor. landscaping
really nice
solutions.
as well.
They are incredible. They're so beautiful. They're really like a piece of art. The way that our landscaper, so Mario at Bee Gardens Limited, put these together for us, and it's craftsmanship at its finest.
It really is.
And he's used self-binding gravel, and the idea is that is fully permeable. So with the changing climate, it's drainage.
Yeah.
So that was just an important feature as well.
Oh, brilliant. It looks fantastic, and I love how it's in this circle shape as well. For people that don't know you, on Instagram, tell people what your Instagram name is and what your Instagram is all about.
So my handle is at Dahlia Farmerama.
Farmerama.
Yeah, a bit like Bananarama, but more fun because it's dahlias.
I like that.
So I didn't really when I set up my Instagram account, I had no idea that Instagram was going to be what it is for me, like the community of people that I've met and everything. So I was just set it up really because I'm a dahlia grower, to inspire people to grow dahlias, to share my passion for dahlias, to help people grow. That's what it was all about. But then I just met a whole ton of mad people, and I've ended up doing all kinds of things like this crazy business of building a show garden.
Yeah, wow. I mean, it looks absolutely incredible, and the fact that you have got a little stream, is that what you call it?
It is a stream,
Yeah.
yes. So the idea behind the stream was, this is an inland beach.
Yeah.
So I've drawn elements from the coast, although it's not coastal. So that's just the merest trickle, and the idea is that it's when you go to the sea and the tide goes out and you get those little pools and you look in them and you just see that faint trickle of movement of water, just the slightest movement. That's what we were trying to achieve. And Jamie at Jamie's Little Allotment, he worked incredibly hard on that to get that absolutely right.
Yeah.
We've tried lots of different combinations and had lots of trial runs, and he's absolutely perfected
How it just trickles through, and it's just the
it's
perfect
just the
stones in the right
suggestion.
places.
And actually, do you know what? When I went to Chelsea, I saw there were 3 show gardens that had either standing water, but then with that slight, just
a light
slightest
ripple.
trickle.
Yeah.
And I thought, gosh, I'm so on trend.
Yeah, exactly. Before you even
And
knew
I
it.
didn't even know.
So talk to me though about this background, because
Yes.
the message behind this. In fact, let's have a look, shall
Okay, you're gonna have to help me out the seat.
we? Come on.
We did it.
Yeah, tell me about this, because I think the message behind this is incredible, but tell everyone what it's all about.
Okay, so the backdrop first of all is on a birch frame, and the birch is because we built the garden with sustainability in mind. It's really important. There's lots of sustainable features here, and these were trees that were either down already or they needed to be felled for because there was electrical cables, so they
Yeah.
had to come down. So we were repurposing them. And then the idea behind these beautiful pieces of art is that they are slices of wood, and we were giving them to people in the community from all backgrounds, all walks of life. So there's people with mental health struggles, people with physical illness, people who are teachers, school children, people who are survivors of trauma of various kinds, and basically the idea is that everybody has a story, because the title for all of the borders, because I thought I was a border at that time,
Yeah.
is Share My Space.
Yes.
And this is on my wavelength, and my idea, that's the title of the garden, and the idea is that when you're on someone's wavelength, you can talk to them, so you can sit like we just were, and you
Yeah.
can share the physical space, but there's also, you can share the mental space. You can talk to someone
that.
and you can dig deep into their story, because everybody has one. So everybody was given one of these and asked to paint a picture or write some inspirational words or write something that had meaning, great meaning to them in their life. And some people have drawn things and written things that is like a pinnacle moment in their life.
Yeah.
And then obviously, apart from looking beautiful, it's got that depth of meaning, and then putting them all together, it's the community. Each one represents a thought or a brain cell, if you like, or a moment. It's captured a snapshot of those people's lives and brought them all together.
Yeah, I absolutely love this, and I've spent ages already looking at all the different messages, but even just looking here, there's like never lose hope, And one of my favourites, to plant a garden is to believe in tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Quite a famous quote, but it clearly means a lot to people.
It really
the
does.
messages on here, yeah.
There's one here, it says, I'm seeking, I'm not lost, forgetful, not gone. That was painted by a lady who's been diagnosed with dementia, and she's painted the forget-me-nots on it. And I just think that's so beautiful.
Yeah,
so beautiful and meaningful.
And that's a lasting memory for her.
Absolutely.
Yeah, amazing. Well, Kim, thank you so much for letting me have a little look around your garden with you and for coming on the podcast.
Not so welcome. Thank you for having me.
Just amazing what you've achieved, again, as usual. Will we see you at any other shows later this year? Not doing another garden, fair enough, we'll let you off, but are you going to any others?
I'll be going as a visitor to Hampton Court.
Nice.
I'll be going as a visitor to Tatton Park.
Yeah.
And I'll also be at Audley End again for the Autumn Fair, for the BBC Gardeners World Autumn Fair, and I'll be running the workshops, the floristry workshops there again.
So you're keeping busy then?
I'm keeping busy, so as soon as I finish this, it'll be planning for the floristry workshops. There's no real break.
Wow, that's absolutely mad. And can I tempt you to come to Shrewsbury Flower Show? They are the headline sponsors of this podcast.
Right.
It's August the 9th and 10th.
Okay.
And I'm hosting the podcast live.
Are you? How exciting.
Yeah, it's a fab, sort of more local. It was started by Percy Thrower, actually, originally, the flower show.
Doesn't love Percy Thrower.
Exactly. So you should come along just for a day.
And
come and hang out with me.
Shrewsbury.
It's Shrewsbury, yeah, and it's beautiful.
Send me the details.
I'll send you the details. Yeah.
I would love to come. Thank you
Brilliant.
for inviting me.
I'll look after you. We'll get a glass of something and enjoy it instead of creating something else. You can have a day off.
Okay, sounds good.
Brill. Thank you very much, Kim.
Thanks so much, Tom.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, that was wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So, here we are.
Here we are.
At Gardeners World Live. And for anyone who doesn't know, this is Nick from Cauliflowers. Tell everyone a little bit about the business and what you do.
So Cauliflowers are a small family-run seed supplier. We spend days and hours researching kind of the best quality seeds that you can grow at home, flowers, vegetables and herbs, because the worst thing when you buy a packet of seeds is if they don't germinate. So my thoughts are, if I can make them germinate, I can help anybody to make them germinate and grow and create something that looks like this, because I've grown some of these.
Yes, exactly. So tell us about that. Kim actually just told us why she chose you.
Oh.
Very specifically because of your quality and germination rates and stuff. So you obviously impressed.
Yeah.
But how's it been? Because you've grown a lot for this garden, haven't you?
I did grow a lot, yeah. It's been stressful. So there was a time about 3 weeks ago when I wasn't convinced we were going to be bringing anything at all.
Oh no.
Yeah, everything
Panic
was
station.
Close, but it wasn't coming.
Yeah.
And we just had one weekend where we had sun perfectly for 2 days. I moved everything from its kind of sheltered area, and it worked. We'd got a few tips coming on the cornflowers, and they bloomed.
Oh,
and the
perfect.
one that came first is still in flower.
Oh wow.
So when I saw everything else coming, I thought, right, I'd been counting the days from seeing the blue tip to the flower. We're going to be all right.
Yeah.
We're going to have enough. The gazania started to come through. The festuca and the lobelia I actually lifted already from the garden. So those were ones that I'd grown from seed, had in the garden. I knew that they'd work with this. I thought, I'm just going to lift them, pot them, bring them.
Yeah.
What else did we bring? We brought the Nemesia.
Yes,
and
which
I
actually looks like it's come from a shop. It's so beautiful and perfect.
And I'm going to get this name wrong because I always do. The Osteopermum.
Yeah.
Yeah, the orange ones.
Which look really nice
They
as well.
look
They
great.
really fit in with the scheme.
So being able to grow them from seed has been brilliant.
Yeah. All grown from seed.
Yeah. We did a whole schedule. When Kim asked me, I said, yeah, but only if I can grow some of it from seed and not just sponsor you and bring everything in and bring it with us.
You want to be part of it.
I want to be part of it. And I want to be able to show someone that if you see a show garden that you're inspired by, you can do it as well.
Yes, so on that note, you're launching a new collection, aren't you? To show people that they can do this.
Yeah, I mean, we can't do this silver birch from seed, the phormiums. What else am I looking for? There's a few things we can't grow from seed, but the vast majority of this and the look and feel of it, you can create. So if people want to, we're going to be able to help them to.
So they're going to be able to basically buy this show garden in a tin.
In a tin with one of our usual kind of pocket companions, which will walk them through how to grow it all and get it time to perfection. So I announced it yesterday. We celebrated last night. I didn't get it on the website as a product. So at some point today,
Well, it's fine. By the time this goes out,
Yeah,
it'll be on there, and everyone can buy it.
Everyone can buy it. And what we'll be doing is we'll be sending it out mid-September for autumn sowing.
Perfect. So for next year.
Had I known in autumn when I first met him
Yeah.
that I might be doing this, some of these things would have been started then, and we'd have possibly bought some others as well. We did try doing the delphiniums, but they may be this big.
No,
So
they didn't
they'll
make the cut.
They didn't make the cut, but they made it for my garden. Yeah, so when we were counting up on Saturday, I've got 80 plants that I've just put to one side. I'm like, not even taking those. Had a look at the space in my car, packed my bags, and then got on the phone and went, Mum, what are you and Dad doing on Sunday? Do you fancy coming to Birmingham? I loaded their car up as well because I couldn't fit it all in mine.
Oh, wow.
I know. So yeah,
That's
it was
a
good.
mission, a
It
proper
was,
mission.
yeah. But asking them to do it, they're part of the Cauliflowers family anyway.
Yes.
Mum's our head gardener. She does all the seed testing for us, advises on the best ones to grow. She runs pretty much our chat group.
She really does.
She does, yeah. She's in there today talking melons with people.
Oh, great. Oh, yeah, I need to get my melons going, actually.
You do?
Yeah, I need to get into the competition. I'm going to be a late entry.
Yeah.
But you know what they
you
say.
might have a little
about the-
one in October.
Yeah, exactly. You know what they say about the
Yeah.
the late runner?
Yeah.
Yeah. Think I've got a chance?
No, sorry,
No,
darling.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Next year.
Next year. Yeah. Or if you come up, I'll send you home with some.
Yes, great. Cheating is
Yeah.
always fine, isn't it?
It's not
Don't
cheap,
tell anyone.
But
it's
it's
fine.
not cheap. Buying your plants and getting them given is not cheating.
No, that's
It's
true,
just a
because that's what
different
it's
way of
all about,
growing.
it's sharing,
Yeah,
yeah.
sharing. I don't grow everything. I'd like to grow everything from seed, and everything I see, I look at it and I go, can I grow it from seed? Which reminds me, one of the things we can grow from seed, there's a really small Sambucus nigra over there,
Oh, yeah.
and they were in some of our spring collections, so I have the seeds for those.
Oh, wow.
Don't need to
They're
go
really
researching
nice.
them, which is great.
Yeah. So tell everyone a little bit about cauliflowers and the business and what makes you different, because there's lots of seed suppliers out there,
Yeah,
right?
there's so many seed suppliers out there. There's so many really good ones out there. I suppose what makes us different? I don't like being sold to. I'm like, well, I get an ick if I feel like I'm going to post something that says, please buy my seeds.
Yeah.
So what I try to show is how we garden, how we grow, show people that we're like them, really, and what you can do with what we sell. But it's not just about the seeds with cauliflowers. We know the names of most of our customers. If they're on social media, we will stalk you so that we know
It's
you
true.
and your garden, and so that if you come to us with a question, we know what kind of growing environment you've got. I mean, especially with our seasons subscribers, they go through a whole questionnaire to tell us about their garden, their experience, whether they have a greenhouse, whether they're working with a zippy, windowsills, an allotment, a garden, is it shady, is it sunny, so we can tailor them to their, not just their growing conditions, but actually to the things that they like. If they are an absolute no-no on pink flowers, I'll make sure I never include something pink with them.
Yeah.
So it's about being able to tailor it to them, and not just having their pocket companion to guide them through, but being on hand for them and creating a bit of a community for sharing conversation. And they share their own hints and tips and answer each other's questions, so it's not just always us.
Yeah, exactly. You really do get to know. That's what I like. You really get to know every customer and all about them.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably not every one of them, but we try.
Yeah.
We kind of want to have a connection with them and want them to know that we're not just going to post you some seeds and say, off you go.
Off you go. Good luck.
Good luck. See ya.
And
Have
I love
fun.
that it's a family-run business as well.
Yeah.
You know, everyone is involved, aren't
Oh,
they?
yeah. Well, the husband not so much. He's there as
Tries
moral
to
support.
stay away.
Yeah, he tries to stay away. But yeah, I do most of it. Mum helps out so much. She keeps me on track. She's been hassling me this week to say, where's the June newsletter?
Oh, so she's on it.
She's on it.
You're not, by the looks of things.
I've been a little bit off track this month. Yeah,
Well, I think that's understandable.
it is. Dad, well, if there's anything that we need building so that we can make space for new plants, that's his job.
Yeah.
He digs. He makes the most amazing compost.
Oh, nice.
Did I show you the compost base when you came to the
No, I
allotment?
don't think you did.
Right, so yeah, down at
Next
the bottom
time,
end
okay.
under the fruit trees, they're down there. And James, my 13-year-old, will occasionally help out for pocket money.
Perfect.
Yeah, so all the
Get him into the business
yeah,
now.
well, all the seeds for the garden grand ball, he packed and labelled those.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and our kids' collection. it was a few years ago, obviously when I was first starting cauliflowers, I got him to say what he would like to grow rather than me think what a kid might want to grow. So he was 10, 11 at the time.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, so it's been chosen by a child as something that they might enjoy growing.
Oh, nice. And tell me why, when I offered you the chance to sponsor the podcast, why did you want to sponsor the podcast?
Because I love listening to you and the guests that you get in and your style of
Just
talking.
making it up
Yeah,
to go along.
winging it as you go along. But no, the way that you bring out the best in people and get them to share interesting snippets that maybe you might not know otherwise from either following them, seeing them, watching them, reading about them. And I just thought it was a fantastic opportunity to support somebody who's supported me.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of
it's
both
kind
of
of
us.
a mutual
Yeah,
benefit.
exactly.
Bit of shared love.
So I should remember at this point that we have a discount code
We
that
do.
people can use.
Yes.
Now you're going to have to remind me what it is, because I did just say it with Kim and then I went, I think. I think it's Tom20, isn't
I think
it?
it's Tom20 too.
I think
right,
so.
let's go to the shop.
Yes. Oh yes, let's
Yeah.
test it now. Let's check that it works.
Right, discounts. Tom20.
There we go.
Yeah,
Okay, so
that's who we are.
Tom20, and people can have 20% off anything, any seeds.
Any seeds.
Great.
Yeah.
Make
that's
the
all they
most
need
of
to
that,
do.
everyone. Yeah. Well, thank you very much for
Thank you for
supporting me,
asking me.
and for having an amazing week. Well, 6
Yeah,
months.
6 months
But
working
you
on
know,
this,
working
and-
on this,
yeah.
and to get silver
Silver
merit.
merit and be involved
I
in
mean,
that. It's
being
like such
yeah,
an honour.
well done.
Thank you.
Now, are you going to have a break? No, you've got that newsletter to do,
I've
actually,
got the
haven't you?
newsletter
Yeah.
and I've got the
Better
garden
crack
to
on
talk
then.
about to people.
What an absolutely fantastic day here at BBC Gardeners World. There really is inspiration around every corner, whether that is the amazing garden designers using their inspiration and bringing it to life on these incredible gardens, to all the people, thousands of people coming here and over the whole of the rest of the weekend being inspired by what they're seeing, by all of the plants in the plant village. This is why we love our horticulture industry, and I love the gardening shows for that reason. I hope you've really enjoyed seeing and listening to just a few of my favourites from the day, and I'll be back with more soon on the Sip and Sow podcast. So until next week, goodbye.